That's weird. Okay.
All right, it is.
Ready. Baruch Hashem. Okay, so now we're talking about, again, we know the Zohar says, Eila Misphatim, this is Soda Gilgulim. This parsha is the big one of the Sab Misphatim. It's one of the big Gilgulim places. Many sodas, many beautiful sodas are in here. We're going to start with the Tzaddok. And the Tzaddok says that all the Misphatim are Rachamim. Because Hashem wants that every spark shouldn't be lost. No lost sparks. It's all, so in this world, sometimes it's like kind of this playing field where things are happening and being fixed and being dealt with, to keep all the sparks in. You don't get rid of anything, you don't lose anything, you get everything together, you get everything done the way it's supposed to be. That's what Tzaddok explains. That's the Misphatim are all Rachamim. They seem like dinim, they seem difficult, but they're meant to be exactly, they are the best thing that we could possibly imagine and we could possibly do. Again, the minute you deal with your Kalim, you ask Hashem for help. You beg Hashem for help, so then you change yourself and you're able to things change a bit. And the minute you deal with it that way. But bottom line, nevertheless, like the Indian is, we have to be zochet to realize that Gilgul, again, like the Ri says, Gilgul is gematria chesed. Yes, it's a dinim. Of course, it's dinim, but it's really the bottom line. It's meant to be a chesed. That's what it's meant to be. So, the famous story with the Balshan Magid, maybe there are other iterations and other pshat, like we said, that story is obviously, right, the Ri Nachman said people were half asleep and they were telling the stories and it was what they remembered, and inebriated and half asleep. The teller was drunk or half drunk, and the guy is also drunk and also sleeping. Was what he remembered, what he picked up. He can really confuse. That's why these stories have this detail, that, but nevertheless, these stories there come to teach a lesson. Actually, so the Maisi with the Magid and the Baal Shem Tov, he sent the Magid to take a look at what happened. This tree came a wealthy person. He sat down there. He left his very full purse of like 100 rubles. We had a lot of money there. He left. This poor person came, took the money. Then this other guy came and sat down. The rich person came back. Where's my purse? You stole it. You hid it. You this. He started beating him up. So the Magi went back to Shanta. What happened? He said, well, in an earlier lifetime, the wealthy person owed the poor person money. And then went to a Dayan, who was the guy who got the clap, he got beaten up. And the Dayan said, he mispaskined. Maybe presumably for his fault. I don't remember now. I can't see it. Somebody don't remember all the details. Presumably his fault. So what happened? So now they're back, and they're reenacting it the opposite way. The poor person got his money. The rich person paid him, and he beat up the Dayan who misled him and made him come back for this particular. Fine, very good. So things happen. We have no idea why. All of these things, Misphatim, like Tzaddok said, all these Misphatim are all Chasadim. They're all Rachamim. They're meant to be Rachamim because we want the person to be able to get the best possible thing. We don't want to lose any good. Good is forever. It's eternal. So it's Rachamim. It's not Misphatim if you think about it. Like the Zohar reveals this incredible levels of unbelievable tikkunim of what's all these mitzvahs that are happening. There are completely different things that are happening that are relevant to all these things. We talk about slavery, right? What a slave? He's a slave. What is this? It's like this whole union of what's really happening. There's a completely different level. It has to do with every person you're enslaved. The goof is back, and if that's the 6 years, right? The 60th person he's here and he's a bechin of a goof, and he's under the goof. He's got this. He's bechin's eved. He's got to get out of it. There's like a whole different level of what's really happening here. Yeah, there was a reality of slavery, so it's melubash. So the way the Torah tells it's melubash on this reality that was that reality is totally irrelevant. The Torah is not talking about slavery. The Torah mainly, it's also talking about slavery, but mainly it's talking about the person dealing with his goof, getting free, a chafshi, get out of Shabbos, get out of the slavery, be under the goof, all these things on it. That's what it's talking about. That's really what's going on here. And the Zohar reveals all these different amazing things. One of the things the Zohar says, we learn about the kind of truma, and then the kodesh kadashim. You could eat this way. You could all these different halachas. It's easier than kachim. It's more serious, right? It's harder to eat kachim. There are other regulations. You have to be more careful, right? You have to be more. There's a different level of tahara for kachim. This is to matami kachim, right? So Zohar says the different levels. The lower level of connection on high is called truma. The higher level is called kodesh kadashim, bechin of kachim. It's very high bechinas. The different levels of what you get to. You don't want to get only truma. You want to get also the kachim. So that's what the dinim are about. The dinim are about giving us the opportunity to get everything we're supposed to get, to gain everything we're supposed to gain. It's for our benefit. He said, next world you want clean. You know, clean the next world. You know, the Nassim says some of the person suffers in this world. There's ups and downs, He keeps trying whatever way he can, and he sees no progress. So usually what you want, you get in this world. You want to know Shas? You don't know Shas. You have to want. When you have an opportunity, you have to learn. But if you want to know, you know. You want to be Dovek Tel B'Rikalam, you want to have Dvekas, connection to Hashem, you can do it. Alright, Rav Tzaddok every day, Rav Leibel Eger, every day he woke up, and he said, "Oh no, the Kutsha B'Richu," he was on fire the whole day long. And if you want, you can get it. It's not a problem. Very, very straightforward, very simple. Right? You want it, you get it. And wow. But you have to be Zochel, we have to want it, we have to look for it, we have to hear for it. Usually. Sometimes the person doesn't get it in this world. It's like it just doesn't work out. He tries and tries, it doesn't happen. So the next world right away is no ding and nothing. You did everything in this world, it's finished. You know, the Vilna Gaon, I don't know if I spoke about this before, but the Vilna Gaon, his mother asked him, "What do? I will live the life. I tried to be Erlich. How well did I manage? Who's always Erlich the way they should be?" The Vilna Gaon said, "You don't need to worry. 35 years in Almona, so much suffering. It's going to be." Colby said it. Like, person goes through suffering, they have no idea. Really, it's a ticket to the next world. It's a rachamim. It's not fun while it happens. Shem Rachim. But nevertheless, all the suffering we go through, it's all for a greater purpose, for a higher purpose. Mishpatim are rachamim. So we shouldn't blow. We shouldn't lose it. And we shouldn't have worse things. Chas v'shalom. These things, they take care of all these things in ways we really don't understand. But they're inscrutable. But they're still very, very powerful and very, very important. Yeah. So he said, even if you do a lot here, beautiful lashon of tzaddik. This is also a similar thing. It says, even a person did so much averos. Yesh eitzah says Hashem Yisbarach l'taroi. Hashem has ways. He has strategies. He has mahalchim to purify. He can take care of everything. Gehenna, Gilgulim, whatever is necessary to clean it out, whatever it is. Sometimes a person in this world never goes through Gehenna. Rabbi Nachman says everyone goes through Gehenna in this world. He brings the Gemara, right? I forgot which Amora told the students, don't get one Gehenna for another Gehenna. You want to get the next one you want to get in, you don't want another Gehenna. Just get it right, Goliath also, so we should not lose out on every spark should be fixed. Yep. So that's the first rule in Misphatim. All these rules, all these halachas are about Gilgulim. They all have to do with sublime realities. They also are halachas, whatever they are, but they're revealing, like Ramad Vai says in many, many places, time after time, and I always review this because it's so striking. He's like, okay, we're done with the pshat, and he says very much often a beautiful pshat. The one Rishon, another Rishon, a couple Rishon, he says what he says, very satisfying, and he says now on to the ikar, which is the sod. It's like, to me, what's really going on is the deeper stuff. That's what's really happening. There's a pshat. You need to have the pshat. I'm not saying no, but the sod is the mainstay of what's going on. So that's a little bit of Tzaddok Baruch Hashem, right? It's all about rachamim. Alright, so that's what Tzaddok in Beis and Gimel. Okay, so I think we're done with this one. And we can do maybe tomorrow.